Hey, Healing Fam. Welcome to Healing Me, where we are healing me. We're going to see what messages serve our highest good mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially. All right. Most High God, thank you for the messages that serve our highest good mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially. This one. Most of my messages that I channel or that I receive are premonitions or predictions of what's to come. So if it doesn't seem like it resonates right now, then definitely it will when it's time. And that's when, thank you. Ooh, that was a lot. Not this, but this first one that came out. Thank you. Hope you're having an amazing day. Make sure that this is going to be a week that you are purposely keeping your mind on what you want, making sure that you're controlling your energies. It's not anybody else's job for you to be happy or to control your happiness but you, okay? So the first card we got out is bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius energy. This is also the star card in the regular traditional tarot. So it's about healing. We are all love, right? Period. And so, which is the non-physical part of us, the real part of us, right? Divine love. And so it's asking to bring love into situations that weren't, look at things differently than we were, allow ourselves to look at things with compassion, not only for ourselves, but for everyone involved. Allow love in where we weren't letting love in. Allow light in where we weren't allowing light in. Allow healing in where we weren't allowing healing in. Or this is what we've been doing, okay? So we'll see more how this plays into the overall energies that come out. So bring love into the situation. So I definitely feel like a lot of us have been spending time healing, doing the necessary healing that needs, okay? I definitely feel that. Also, attraction, 44, a super moon energy came out. So I'm getting that we have the power right now to attract what we want, and that by allowing love into our hearts, into our minds, we're able to hear clearly the divine part of us, guide us on what benefits us the most. We're always able to receive the better feeling thought, the resolution, the next action to take when we're in a vibration of love and a higher vibration. We cannot receive that direction and that intuitive guidance when we're in a negative emotion or vibration or thought or energy at all whatsoever. So we're learning that this is the energy to stay in the highest vibration we can to create our wish fulfillment, right? That we have the power to create, attract our wish fulfillment, that we have the power to create what we want by what we feel and keep our mind on, right? And so the 44 breaks down to 11, which is self-mastery, okay? So we're learning to overcome the things that we're learning to overcome and catch ourselves in ways that we weren't before, and learning how to keep our mind on things that feel good, keep our mind on positive things, and learning that those things, since thoughts are things, attract like things of that. So we are learning that if we want to attract more positive experience and outcomes and rewards in our life and the things we want, then we're learning that we can and do have the power to control and balance out what we keep our mind on, because we realize that that is how we are limitless magic to attract what we want, okay? So keep your mind on that this week when you're experiencing different things that may catch us off guard. Remember that, hey, ask yourself, does this feel good? If it doesn't, then that means I'm attracting more things that don't feel good. I'm attracting more negative outcomes and experiences to me because I'm choosing to focus on the negative of this situation. I'm choosing to focus on what I didn't like about how they treated me, what they said, or what happened in this outcome, okay? And so there's always so much more good to focus on than the negative. That is the beauty of the divine. That is the beauty of the balance of everything. But everything is also choice. And so the divine and the universe gives us only what we are planting seeds of, right? Only what we are keeping our mind on. We can look at our mind as like a garden. What seeds, which are thoughts that we are allowing ourselves to be in our place in our garden, that's watering. It waters because those thoughts fester and gain more momentum of like thoughts, okay? And like things. And that's how we attract. And so that's what it's asking you to remember, right? Throughout this week, throughout today, and whenever this applies to you, you will be reminded of this message, okay? Let's see what else comes out. I saw this Truth Be Told come out, which is a number 14, breaks down to 5. So allowing the changes to release what was blocking us from walking in our authentic self, taking off the mask, being able to apply our wisdom from the lessons that we have learned so that we don't keep attracting those same cycles of those same lessons, right? So the big change is now happening, that we're now breaking those old cycles that we were attracting before, because we're realizing that thoughts are things, right? And so now we are attracting better, that's allowing us to blossom, that's positive, that's bringing in those positive outcomes and those positive circumstances, right? Also, between worlds, number 3. So again, learning to create from where we want instead of where we don't want, right? Learning to create from abundance instead of lack. Learning to keep our thoughts on what we want because we want to attract in more of that instead of where we were attracting from our lower self and experiencing more of that. So we're crossing into where we came from because we learned to apply and release that negative thought process, that negative holding, that control or desire to hold on to the negative experience, the negative feelings, the negative thoughts of it, the fester, to keep talking about it to everybody, whoever will listen, all that stuff like that only gives the negative momentum. So we're learning to walk out of the old us of way of doing things and thinking and manifesting and attracting the cycles that we choose to want to go through. Also, we got never ending story. 37 breaks down to 10. Again, those cycles that were never ending in our lives are ending so that we're now attracting this new life for us, this new experiences, this new way of being, right? No longer this, right? That we could let our thoughts, before we realize that thoughts were things, and that we have the power to decide what we keep our mind on, we were allowing these thoughts to trap us in lower vibration of lack of self-worth, lack of self-love, lack of self-worthiness, lack of self-confidence, and lack, period, which is lower vibration. And they were all lies from the devil. They were all lies from our lower vibration. They were all lies from our human side that only knows this life, instead of our soul that is eternal and an extension of God, an extension of the divine. It's the divine part of us. It's the perfection that resides within us that we can trust, right? That soothes the human part of us, right? And so, yeah, we are allowing ourselves to tell us to write a different story instead of the never-ending story that was of lack. Now we're creating a new never-ending story of abundance, of growth, of light, of love, of positive, and attracting that of, right? Breaking all cycles, right? This mirror is showing that we're seeing the lessons, that things, the experiences we're trying to teach us, instead of allowing those same cycles to become our habitual characteristics and continue to only attract that over and over and over and over our lives. We're so tired of banging our head on the same experience and the same cycles, attracting over and over and over, that now we've broken those cycles, and now we're creating a whole new script, a whole new life for ourselves, a whole new belief system, which is our thoughts, that now attract a whole new life around us, a whole new experiences for us, right? We're no longer trapped in the bondage mentally that we were. Okay, beautiful. All right, and we also got these three. Goddess of nature, you reap what you sow. Your dream is coming to fruition. Beautiful. We said that we were learning to keep that thoughts were things, and that we have the power to bring in what we want, right? To manifest what we want, right? And that's why love had to come into the situation. We had to allow love to heal every situation, every bad thought that had turned into a negative, every negative thought that had festered and become a belief, that had festered then to become a characteristic in how we express ourselves, because it's a belief that then was also attracting more of that, right? So we're realizing the powerful manifestors that we all are, right? And that life only gives us what we keep our mind on and what we believe and what we feel, right? And so now our dreams are able to come into fruition, because now we're realizing, remember about that garden I talked about earlier, that garden are the seeds that we plant, which is our thoughts that we allow to be in our headspace, right? And so the thoughts are things we're allowing ourselves to be rooted with positive seeds that only are going to attract more positive of that, which puts us in the landing at the gate to receive those things landing as form of our dreams coming true, right? Now those things can come into fruition because we're not holding on in our thoughts onto the past or what we didn't like or what happened or the lack of that, the dreams haven't come true, right? Now we're learning to focus ourselves on other things that make us happy, that keep us in high vibration, that then keep our mind off of the lack or the absence of what we're wanting. And now those dreams are coming into fruition. And now that we've seen that, now we realize we can do that over and over and over with everything, okay? Beautiful. And oh my gosh, I can't make this shit up. Angel of manifestation, your efforts, determination, and perseverance have paid off. So that's beautiful. So of course, when we learned our power, which God and the devil war in our minds, and so our thoughts are things, thoughts are powerful. Everything starts with a thought. Then that becomes, it gains momentum. If we obsess over those thoughts, then it becomes a belief, and then it affects our characteristics, and then it only attracts from that over and over and over. So now we're realizing that we're putting our efforts into staying in positive thoughts. We're determined to stay in higher vibration. We're determined to catch ourselves when we're thinking negative. We're determined to not stay in low vibration or negative thoughts or negative energy or negative feelings, because we know now that this is how we manifest. And because we are now balancing out our energy, then now that is all paying off. The growth that we've allowed, the perseverance that we've allowed ourselves to keep pushing when things didn't seem by sight that they were going to change. But by faith, we knew that if we asked, then it's given, and then keep believing and staying in high vibration and not watching the pot, knowing that it's coming and it's going to come at the divine time, right? And it can only come at the divine time when we're in high vibration, right? That when we're not in blocking blesser mode, okay? Beautiful. So 2 major cards over and over, back to back, about reaping what you sow and your dreams are coming into fruition. And then the angel of manifestation is assisting, saying your efforts, determination, and perseverance have paid off. So dreams are coming into fruition. So keep our mind on what we want, right? It may not have been easy, but it's doable to determine what you keep your mind on, okay? To determine you're happy, to determine your energy, to determine you doing the things that you want, to get out of woe is me because I want to have a tantrum because what I want hasn't happened yet, right? We have the ability to not do that, okay? And so the last card out before I leave is God of the Arts. The artist within you is about to emerge. So the artist within all of us is the divine part of us, the extension of the divine in us, the extension of God in us, right? The perfection that resides in us that can only blossom truly and emerge truly when we are in high vibration, when we are connected to the non-physical part of us, the spiritual side of us. That's the inner child of us that wants to express itself, that came here to live this life, right? So now the ways that we weren't able to be able to express ourselves before is now truly emerging, right? Because again, truth be told, right now, the true essence of who we are and our creative capacity and abilities are about to start blossoming, because our dreams are coming true. Our doors are opening. Things that weren't able to come into fruition before are now able to land and come into our fruition, to where we can feel, touch, and taste it, because we let the mask come off. We allowed the cage to be open, and we allowed the healing to come in, right? Which was the first card. Because we allowed this healing to come in, now major dream manifestation and desires are coming into fruition, because we took the mask off that the devil had us wearing, those false beliefs that had us acting and believing, and had characteristics that didn't line up to our true self and to our soul and to our divine part of us. We were sabotaging and delaying these blessings that now get to come in. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If this resonates for you, but you feel like you're still struggling with some areas, that's what Reiki healing, energy healing can help you with. I am a Reiki master, so please get with me or someone that you trust. And also coaching sessions also can help identify what is the blockages and give you a prescription to follow to remove those blockages and retrain your mind into aligning you to what is positive, to catch yourself when you're not aligning with your higher being, and to allow yourself to be in the landing mode. So no matter where you are, we all are at different places, and if you are needing assistance, definitely that information is always available. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love the light in you, and I'll see you next time.